Hiya folks, Scott here, review guys. Wrestlemania 26 just ended, moments ago. I just clicked the TV off right when the ads for the Naked College, the upcoming pay-per-views in April. There's a Naked College co-eds, there's all kinds of fun stuff. I'll be ordering those later, but right now let's talk about Wrestlemania. Still in a state of shock about Shawn Michaels. I was about to make a video on Friday saying, here is why Shawn Michaels will not lose and will not retire. I just didn't think, we'd had a month to ponder the possibility of the loss of Shawn Michaels, which is just, to me, is not enough. It's just not, and we haven't been led to celebrate his career. It just seemed like he would end, it would be a defeat, and it wouldn't be a happy moment. And even though it was a fairly happy moment, it still had this unreal quality to it, and it was very saddening. My heart was breaking for the Heartbreak Kid. But let's talk about WrestleMania. I'll do my best to keep it brief, because I have a feeling you'll be watching a lot of people's reactions videos, and I don't want to hog up too much of your time, so let's go through. Now, I think it was a wonderful WrestleMania. I tend to get over-emotional for things like this, and so that clouds my judgment at times. Only a couple of matches really disappointed me. The first match to disappoint me, the first match of the night, R-Truth and Morrison versus Show Miz. I've been talking this up, or I feel like I have, at least to myself, I've been talking it up. This is going to be a great match. Boy, what talent we have in Truth and Morrison, what personality we have in Show Miz. Great. It just was over way too quick, in my opinion. It was kind of over before it really started, and it was kind of a throwaway match. So that one was a disappointment. Out comes Orton, DiBiase, and Legacy. Now, I'm trying to take cues from what people are wearing, and Rhodes is wearing, or DiBiase, blue trunks, black boots. Rhodes is wearing these kind of maroon trunks, white boots. Now, I'm thinking white boots, kind of like the white cowboy hat. Good guy. Are we going to see a face turn, Cody Rhodes? I don't know. So it starts, and obviously the story of the match was going to be kind of what I thought it would be. Orton comes out swinging, and then they pile on Orton. Orton goes down, then Legacy turns on each other, then Orton comes back. Well, the beauty of it is, in my opinion, oh, by the way, if you haven't seen the pay-per-view, please go buy it. Contact your local cable provider. Keep WWE off my back in case they're watching. And all results are available on WWE.com. But buy it, please, buy it. Anyway, okay, I wanted to say that first, but just to stay out of trouble. Anyway, the beauty of the way the match worked was, it did that. Orton comes back, but then there was several times where Orton was thwarted. I thought, oh, this is the chance where DiBiase's going to jump in and take it all. It doesn't happen that way, but it was I really liked the way the match went back and forth, and then the opportunities for the surprise ending. Then there was a surprise, kind of not, but then it was stopped, and then great. I said I loved that match. I thought it was very good. Let's see. Money in the Bank ladder match, complete surprise. Swagger wins it, of course. I was going for Kofi. I said Kofi or Christian. Evan Bourne had a couple of good spots when he did his airborne off the ladder. That was pretty neat. Evan Bourne obviously got a tan while they're out in the desert. A couple of times I saw him and I thought, who's the little Mexican boy in the... No, it's Evan Bourne with a tan. That's what it turns out. But yeah, Swagger finally gets up there. It takes forever to get it off that hook. I'm thinking, is somebody supposed to come in, or is he just doesn't know how to get it? But I'm happy for Swagger. I like Swagger enough. I wouldn't have picked him to win if I were booking this whole thing. But then again, I'm not getting paid anything to book, so I obviously don't know much. But happy. Ooh, and it looked like Matt was going to get it. Matt Hardy. Now that excited me. I thought, you know, darn it, I think Matt deserves a shot at some point, a shot at the big time. Obviously, he didn't get it. Swagger got it. It was good. Hall of Fame class of 2010. I missed the Hall of Fame ceremony last night. I meant to stay up and watch it, but I was so exhausted. I fell asleep watching the History Channel. The History Channel was doing, they were showing shows about the sex lives of former presidents. And then I went to sleep. I woke up at like 2 in the morning, and they were talking about sex during the Civil War. So the History Channel was horny last night. But I can't wait to watch it. I guess I'll buy the DVD. But yeah, that was nice to see everybody. So pardon me for digressing there. Sheamus versus Triple H. Now I got to be honest. Now this might have been another disappointment. Just couldn't get into it. I just can't. I don't know if it's an emotional block, a mental block. I just can't get into a Sheamus match. And I guess Triple H really did his best to make it all look good. But there was a little back and forth, but it didn't end like I thought it would. I thought it would end with Sheamus winning, but Triple H got the win. You know, that match, that was probably number 2 disappointment, if I had to pick one. Ray versus CM Punk. Now, I really thought Punk might take this one home, because a lot of people are talking about the fact they could extend this storyline. If Ray had to join the Straight Edge Society, then he could have to get out of it in a match at a future pay-per-view. That makes a lot of sense. But it didn't happen that way, and it was very good, though, having Serena and Luke Gallows on the outside, almost like demons. That's how I saw it, like demons, trying to grab at Ray, trying to yell at him and distract him. And in the end, he throws Punk into Luke. He does his 619, and everybody ends happily. But yeah, that put Ray even further behind. Ray in the Avatar garb, right? It took Ray forever to come out. And when he came out in the Na'vi garb, I realized what took him so long to come out. They were busy locking him in that electronic coffin thing so that he would be able to come out and... Stop it, Scott, stop it. You're ruining it all. Okay, now then we have Bret Hart versus the McMahons. Now it starts out, I thought very cleverly, Bret or Vince comes out and says he's bought his referee and his lumberjacks. Out come the Hart family. Now this plays on something that kind of went on in the back of my mind, and when I heard that the Harts were coming to the Hall of Fame ceremony for Stu's induction. After reading Bret's book, I kind of get the feeling the Harts all hate each other. It sounds like they're just at each other's throats, and I guess that happens in big families, I guess, I don't know. Maybe big famous families, it's even harder to get along. So when the Harts come out, I'm thinking, this is perfect. This is beautiful, because this is playing on the fact that the Harts really probably do hate each other. Now, small disappointment. Bret has twice now said things that maybe don't need to be said quite so explicitly. Like when he explained so clearly, well, John Cena had his friends in Hollywood help me fake the thing. Yeah, just, you know. And then when he said that the Harts were actually together and decided to be against Vince, I thought that probably could have been said without being said, you know? That might have been better. But anyway, so everybody's wailing on Vince. Hart goes on and on and on. Finally, Vince taps out to the sharpshooter. Now, here's what I thought. I thought it would have been great if Bret got Vince in the sharpshooter and Bruce, the referee, has him ring the bell without Vince tapping out, so Vince could truly get screwed the way he screwed Bret. It didn't happen that way. I guess it's good that it happened in a cleaner way. Jericho versus Edge. This is like, I feel like a lot of recent big Edge matches start out with me kind of going, this is really nothing, and then end with a bang, and that's how this happened. It started out me thinking not so good. It ended with a lot of great spots, okay, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm just gonna, or I do have time. I'm a partner now. YouTube partner, me! So I could talk forever, but I'm not going to, like I said, because I know you have other stuff to do with your time. The Divas match. I guess it was nice giving Vicky a moment as much as they crap all over her the rest of the year. I wouldn't have picked the bad girls to win, but they did. Vicky got her frog splash, or whatever that was. It was kind of mean that they said bullfrog splash and pig splash, but then again, they let her have a WrestleMania moment. They can do whatever they want for the next 365 days. Okay. Cena versus Batista. People just hate Cena. They're at WrestleMania. I think he gets a more negative response there than anywhere else in the year, in the country, or whatever. I thought this was a pretty strong match for two guys who are really not the strongest in-ring performers. I wasn't expecting much, but again, I thought it picked up, I thought things clicked, and I thought things were good. Yeah, okay. Finally, Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker. I already said what I was going to say, I guess. It was a great match. In fact, it was already great in the first couple of minutes just with the knowledge of what was at stake. And I think that was part of the brilliance on Vince's part, or on whose ever part it was to decide to retire Shawn. But I just didn't think it would happen. And it's just hard to believe. And I guess tomorrow we'll see a nice tribute to Shawn or whatever. But yeah, plenty of kickouts. And man, I'm just saddened a little bit. I'm just a little bit saddened because that moonsault that he did off the rope onto the table, so beautiful, it made me think this guy does not need to be retired. He is still too good. But I guess all things must come to an end. I'm going to go ahead and stop at the 11-minute mark like I normally do. We'll talk more about more stuff, but I'll let you get on to other reaction videos, and I hope you watch them while doing this. We'll talk to you very soon. Adios.